evening, or good night, wherever in the world you're watching from. Hope you're having yourself a wonderful day. Hope you're having yourself a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. It said one cup of coffee or tea, then I'll go. Before you go through the door, or if you had to stop at QT, or if you got to stop at Starbucks and get yourself something warm in this winter weather. The temperature in Atlanta, Georgia is 53 degrees, so it is kind of on the cool side this morning. So we're supposed to get rain on Saturday and going back up through the course of next week. It's gonna be winter-like weather, where it's get cold. But how are you feeling this morning? You could leave your comments down below. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to Tampa_1960 TV, where we keep you up with what's going on in America and the rest of the world. But the topic of the morning, as you could see the headline, news coming out of Minneapolis. That's where George Floyd was unalive by members of the police force. Now we see where ICE agent executes a woman. This time is not Latino nor black. It's a white Eastern start in Minneapolis. Was unalive, and you could see it on the videos, multiple videos. Now, Kristi, Noem, Department of Homeland Security, DHS, sees justifying the reason why the ICE agent shoot through the car. As you could see, when he was shooting, he stand and shoot. And what really happened, it's clear as day how ICE can go into a community where people were protesting, and these are the words that they use. If you hear the language on the camera, so they're treating US citizen like animals, or even worse than animals, because you can't treat animal like that. When you watch the video, it's like you're watching a movie happen playing out in real life. The stand the guy take, because in the first place, if somebody moving a vehicle away from you and you still shoot, that simply means your order was shoot to kill. So most likely the police are trained, just like ICE, shoot to kill, because they could have shot the tire could blow, and the vehicle, the wheel turned away from the ICE agent. It never turned towards him, because if it did turn to him, no matter how he tried, when he shoot and jump out the way, the vehicle still hit him. So we have mass protesting all over America. She died, left her children. And Donald Trump and his administration keep sending out ICE agents into these communities. But to me, it's not just looking for illegal immigrants or people who break the law. If you are a Democrat, he gonna send those ICE agents into your state. So once your state is a Democrat state, Democrat government, senators, congressman or woman, he's going to send because that's what happened. Then he blaming Walt, said Walt need to resign because he's in fraud. So when we have wars overseas, now we have war on our shore with ICE unaliving our own citizen. And when we have Kristi, Department of Homeland Security, gonna come on live TV and said the woman is a terrorist. She was using her vehicle as a homicide, as a weapon. She was using her vehicle as a weapon. That's why the ICE agent go in front of the vehicle. She was trying to elude them. She was trying to get away from them because she was driving off like everybody else. Because if you look on the video, the person to the left was moving out. The person to the left of her drive out, and she was trying to drive out too. While when she see the pickup truck was coming, and she stopped because she think the pickup truck was going straight. But the ICE agent pickup truck stopped, and when it stopped, she was driving off. When the guy come out and knocked the window and used a couple cuss word at her and cursed, telling her to get out of the vehicle, she still proceeded to drive off while the other agent, several more, rushed to the van. She backed up and was going forward when the other ICE agent going front and stepped to the side and then shoot into the vehicle. The vehicle get out of control and crash into a parked car. It was like watching a reaction from some of the ICE agent saying the ICE agent was he get injured as well, but he will survive. That guy never dropped nor anything. The vehicle never hit him because you could see clear as day. You could see clear as day. But this is what America coming to. When you can have the president, when you can have the president backing these agencies, and hours later, you have both the president and DHS come out have news conference say it was justified. They consider the woman as a terrorist that she was using her vehicle as a weapon. But they never know that people was videoing it. There were several more cameras. Same way like George Floyd when they were kneeling on him, he couldn't breathe, and he do the inhumane thing of wet himself. But I don't know if these ICE agents, if they boots them to mask them, to go into all these cities and creating havoc. What one journalist is saying, if the person is driving off, why don't allow the person to drive and you just get the license plate of the person and go pick up the person? Most likely, the person in the car gotta go somewhere, but they don't seem like they were trained to de-escalate anything. Seem like they're trained to escalate everything. Just attack, attack, attack. They're just attacking like a pit bull. We see where they drag people out of car. So those are the training. It seemed like that they get, and they say that same ICE agent, he was drugged before or in the summer. So that to tell you, he think he's Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone or can jump on top of vehicle or use his body as a shield to protect the vehicle from moving off. But when we have our president and DHS defending ICE agents, it's just the beginning of what to come because it's only going to get worse. We see it played out since Donald Trump took office. He loved chaos. Since 2020, when they have the January 6th, it's just chaos and confusion follow him. And we see it start to play out in his administration, and now it play out with ICE. But how far and how long will they reign? See, we have video going out now, so he can't afford to lose the midterm election because if you lose the midterm election, they're gonna impeach you. So that's why he going out and redistricting most of the state that he thought or said that he's not gonna win. So he pressuring a lot of his congressmen and women and senators for the redistricting, remapping of certain areas. But ICE is out there like a roaring lion seeking who they may devour. And we all know it was just a matter of time before someone was going to unalive because people are tired of ICE in their communities. President, we have war against Venezuela, war against Russia. Now we have war against our own citizens. So now the protest is getting louder, all because of ICE agent didn't use good judgment. Because if the woman is driving away, well, you got to stand in front of the vehicle. I can never understand using your body as shield. Your body is skin, flesh, and bone, and the vehicle. Can imagine you jump in front of a SUV and like, yeah, don't move, hit me. And that's to tell you, if the lady was trying to hit him when he shoot into the vehicle, because he shoot sideways into the vehicle, he didn't shoot from in front of the vehicle. Because the lady backed up and then turned the steering to the right, and he was to the left to make her escape. But those guys so pumped up, and they're coming out for DLOOT. That's what they're out for. Because if they're not out for that, they'll just okay, let you leave. So that to tell you, it's they're not out to just arrest illegal immigrants or criminals. They're not just out to do that. They're out for other things. Because if they were just out to arrest and capture illegal immigrants or criminals, they don't shoot into that car. Or he won't shoot into that car because just one person do the shooting. He would have just leave the lady, let the lady drive off. She was have her window down. Her window was down. She was nothing to deflect the bullet. But you could see her window was down and she was driving off. You see where protests in the streets getting louder and louder. All because Walton, Donald Trump have disagreement, send ICE agent into that state and take over the cities to create havoc. So if you're ever watching the news, you'll see how ICE operate. You see they have the big sign on the back, mark ICE. People are very hot with the killing of one of them. And tell you how heartless and ruthless our president is. I don't think he did see the videos. But now America realize voting when you're voting for a businessman to run the country, he running the country like a business. So most of the people who put in position, they are not government elect. He just put them in position because they support his campaign. Most of who is a part of his administration, he just put them in place. They know nothing about politics. He just put them in place. They said 30 of them that he put in position, they used to work for Fox Network. And we see it playing out right now. You say you support Ice Major Woody. So you're one of them who love chaos by supporting ICE. If the president never sent ICE to these states, this woman wouldn't be unalive right now. She'd be alive. Renee would still be alive today. She would still be alive, but ICE agent wanna be Superman and think he can jump in front of a vehicle while somebody's fleeing. So now, when you look at it, it don't matter if you're black, white, Hispanic, or Chinese. Once ICE agent come for you or trying to arrest you, you just gotta just say, hey, go ahead. Because if you try to flee, you can be the next Renee. And it's just hurtful. Seem like most people in politics they don't care about human life or human being. They don't. It seems like they're immune to what's going on. Or they just turn a blind eyes to what's going on with all these ICE agents in all these cities, creating havoc and mayhem. They say they get bonus for each arrest that they make. So you don't have to be illegal. You don't have to be a criminal. So we see where tons of people being arrested, never have a criminal history, never commit a crime. See where a guy was on a cruise, him and his wife was in bed, wife was naked, they bust in and arrested him. The wife was naked, videoing. They have to send, but they have to step back outside and get a woman agent to go in there, arrest the man. He was a National Guard, former National Guard security supervisor, and they arrested him. One of them was like, "No, I don't think this is the person that we're looking for," but yeah, they still go ahead and arrest him because they still go ahead and arrest him. Todd Reynolds, where you say ice good. Well, if ice good, then hey, that's your opinion. Eric Young, you could see execution style. That's what happened. He execute that woman because in the first place, if the person is moving away from you, why you jump in front of the moving vehicle, as Kristi said? It's not like you was trying to jump out of the way. You jump in front of the vehicle. I don't even think she see him. I don't even think she see him because she was paying attention to the one that trying to open her door. If you watch the video, but since Donald Trump took office and with ICE, just like under his first administration, he used them as weapon to go into all these communities and creating havoc and mayhem. That runners, you get up early this morning to back ICE when you see what they're doing in all these states. But wherever you're watching from, thanks for watching. Peace and love, let love abide with us all. And if those agents did have any love, that woman would be still alive today. Blessing. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to Tampa _1960 TV, where we keep you up with what's going on in the neck of our wood. Love. Love your brother, love your neighbor. Love to you all. I'm out of here until tomorrow morning. Walk good.